Hi, Maddie.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
You too. First of all, congratulations on Burrow. It's absolutely beautiful, and you must be so excited after a year of sitting on this film for people to
Yes.
finally see it.
You have no idea. I'm so excited. Yes.
How does it feel to finally get feedback on it?
I mean, it's really great. And I especially feel for the team because everyone will just keep emailing me, be like, have you heard? When are they gonna see it? We have to wait so long. And I have to keep going like, it's almost time. It's almost time. We're ready. And I'm so excited for them to finally, I want them to see, people screenshot a background they like or a character and for them to watch and be like, that finally my efforts rewarded.
Amazing. So this film came about through the Pixar SparkShorts, and you made it in 6 months.
Mhm.
What was that like?
Gosh, it was so hard. It was as hard, I think, as I had anticipated, though. I was mentally prepared because I knew what it felt like to make a short at school by myself. I was like, I know I'm going to be putting in nights and weekends on this. When I'm making a project, you just want to go all in, especially if the time frame is so short like this. It was pretty intense. And I think we had to sort of, it's hard for Pixar people sometimes for us to shift our brains into not iterating a million times. So for like the art team, just sort of like, you finish the background, that's it, give it to me, come on, give it to me. And I think luckily people had seen enough SparkShorts at that time to sort of know this is how it's going to be, but it's definitely a breakneck speed.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I can't imagine. The film is really about home and community and asking for help, which was completely a different scenario when you finished the film to this
I
year.
know.
It couldn't be more timely. How does that feel?
I know. I mean, I think I'm very grateful that I got to finish this film at a time where I was able to, walk into every animator's office every day and talk to them face to face. And that's something that I really miss now. But through making the film, I personally like learned a lot about, you know, talking to people, asking for help as I was making it. And I found that those things have served me well now, where I know if I'm, feeling blue, maybe my housemate's gone for a couple weeks and I'm by myself, I now know how to like call people and tell them like, I'm lonely. Versus before, I think I would just sort of sit there in my loneliness and not do anything about it. But it's like I've learned that people feel better when you ask them for help. That feels good to be asked too, and it feels good to be helped. Yeah, it's been very helpful
Absolutely.
this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, you learned the lessons at the right
Yeah,
time.
to you.
The film looks and feels very much like you could almost reach out and grab the characters. It feels very sort of soft and warm. Where did
Yeah.
that sort of feeling come from?
Oh, well, I'm glad you said they feel soft. I mean,
Thank you.
one weird, I mean, this is sort of small, minor thing is that we did all the lines are done in brown, a very dark brown, but it is a subtle difference. And that actually does, I think, make things feel a little softer. Um,
Mhm.
but I think I am a very, I like cuddly things. I like cute things. Um, I wanted them to feel, I think they might also feel soft because we didn't sort of hammer in structure too much to the animators, partially because we didn't have enough time to really have them nail down the model. But I think also we just wanted them to sort of let things be a little more loose. So, the animals kind of, they feel kind of stretchy and can grow a little bit as they move. That probably helps too. I just like cute things.
Well, it shows in this one.
Good.
The film is obviously about a rabbit trying to find her own home in this world full of other animals. How did you choose the other animals that were living in the world?
Yeah. Well, I mean, A lot of them are from animals that I would see growing up, but of course some of them aren't. I did just research which animals lived in burrows. So some of them are from my childhood, like, rabbits, moles I would see a lot growing up, little voles, and sort of those orange salamanders I would see growing up after it rained. But some other ones, I knew I wanted like hedgehogs and badgers, even though they're not native to California. So I really just sort of let myself have the pick, like at a candy store, like who's cute? Who do I who do I want to live underground? There were so many more that we just couldn't fit in, but we tried to stick to a set cast so at least the animators would know how to draw this sort of ensemble group.
Yeah. Yep. Brilliant. You said that you learned a lot from the character while making the film. Is there some of you in this little rabbit trying to find her way home?
Oh, I mean, so much. I'm definitely a very, sort of prideful person. I don't want anyone to see, even in my work, I'm a story artist. We're supposed to be a very collaborative group of people. And I would always watch my teammates sort of, like, oh, I'm boarding this thing. It's really hard. Can you just come look at it and tell me? I can't figure it out. I was so impressed. Like, you're able to show your work when it's broken, and I'm only able to show my work when it's perfect. And that I would work like crazy late nights all the time just to try to, save my ego. And that's just something that you can only do for a couple years before it really just becomes a totally unsustainable way to live. So I really had to make a conscious decision to try and open up to people more. And I think it was nice to make this short, having that in mind, knowing that the theme is ask for help. As I was directing this short meant that I was constantly reminded that I should ask for help, which is kind of funny. Like I was learning the theme as I was making the short, even though technically I should have already known the theme because I'd boarded it. Yeah, it was very odd. It was like mirrored lives.
I can completely relate to that.
Yeah.
Though. It's very hard to be vulnerable with people sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I saw in the credits you did some of the animation on it as well, which, you did shorts like this in college. How hard was it to not do it and to let it go?
It was very difficult. I think what was actually really great, though, and I think helped a lot, was that the animators are so much better than me. That was great. So I was like, I'm just going to let you do your thing. And I know the short will be better for it. So I mostly did, I would do cleanup animation for them. So I would do sort of the grunt work. But what that meant was that they had more screen time of their actual great animation, and all I was doing was sort of some lines and coloring. And I could also, I can ask myself to work weekends and nights, but I really didn't want to ask them to do that. So
that's completely fair.
Yeah.
I know who in Pixar I would be terrified because, obviously I'm a journalist, so I would write. I know who in Pixar I'd be terrified to show my writing to. So who is the person you were most nervous about showing the film to?
Oh my gosh. It's sad, but the story department, even though that's my home team, it's our jobs to watch things and very critically. So having the story department watch the short, I was so nervous because if it wasn't good, they would know. So luckily everyone was really nice. If they didn't like it, they're not telling me, and I'm glad that they're not telling me. Yeah,
let's keep it that way.
Yeah, please don't tell me. Just love me.
And what do you hope audiences take from the film? I mean, you learned a lot while making it, so what do you hope we take from it while we're watching it?
Yeah, I hope that they see that, it's not like, look how much, better her life got when she finally asked. That's what I hope people will see. And I hope they'll watch it many times simply because there are so many beautiful backgrounds and details. I want them to see that, but I hope they watch it again and see at the beginning, you know, like, if only she had just asked there, you know, like she had the opportunity. And I hope maybe through that, they'll see in their own lives, like, oh, I have an opportunity. It's now. I could just ask for help right now. And maybe it'll help them feel a little more confident to take that opportunity.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on the film again. It was great to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Coming. You too.